This is a continuation of Is the Earth Really Billions of Years Old? If just one dinosaur was found with these kinds of age measurements, well, it might be considered to be a mistake. But that is not the case. 4 separate dinosaurs have been found that have measured less than 40,000 years old. Now, that is just a small, tiny fraction of the ages that we have been told for many decades. Many other fossils that are supposed to be millions of years old have also been measured to be just thousands. So what does this show? That all of these long ages that we have been given for fossils are entirely inaccurate. That they are actually 1/10,000th of the age that we have been told. There are some indications that even these young measurements are not accurate, that the true ages could be even much less. Now that we have established the fact that fossils cannot be as old as we have been told, let us contrast the previous comparisons between evolution and creationism, that is, with a worldwide flood. We saw that the geological column is fictional, that it has been made up, it does not exist anywhere, and by the way, some of the layers with that are supposed to be older are actually flipped in that they are on top of some of the younger ones, and this is actually occurs throughout the world. And the largest part of the geological column that we'd ever seen is in the Grand Canyon, and it is not even half of it. So the geological column is a complete fictional chart. It's a chart to show how evolution would take place if it were true. Now let's look for a minute at the speed of the formation of the layers, that is the strata. Those that believe in evolution believe that these layers formed very slowly. And creationists believe that they were laid down very quickly. So which is correct? Well, we do know that some fossils were formed or covered very quickly. Now, if that is true, then why wouldn't the entire layer be formed quickly? If one or more of the fossils was formed quickly, then other fossils would be formed in the same way. Since the layers are primarily sedimentary, that is, formed by water, then it would certainly fit into the worldwide flood scenario. One of the most devastating discoveries to the theory of evolution would be to find marine fossils in the high mountains. This would give credence to the idea that the Earth was indeed covered by water at one time. Well, that evidence has been found. Not just a tiny bit of evidence either. Virtually every high mountain range has marine fossils high in the mountains. So a gigantic flood is not only possible, but extremely likely. Even evolutionists admit that a worldwide flood eliminates the theory of evolution as a possibility. The proverbial nail in the coffin is this. Fossils are being discovered everywhere in the geological column where they should not be if evolution were true. Now, what do I mean by that? The very theory of evolution is extremely restrictive. No fossils can be found in the wrong layers without completely disproving the theory. But the fact is, every layer of strata contains fossils that are completely out of order. Creationists and those that believe in a worldwide flood have no problem with this because the swirling water would cause a mixture. Human artifacts and or fossils have been discovered in every single layer of strata, even the Cambrian layer where the simpler life forms were supposed to have begun. This implies that there was no evolution at all and that humans have lived with every kind of creature since history began. Obviously, this fact is left out of textbooks. They also failed to disclose that dozens of human footprints have been found in the very same layers that dinosaurs are found in. Now, these have been discovered in numerous places throughout the U.S. and even throughout other parts of the world. In fact, some human footprints have been found crossing those of dinosaurs. These facts cause incredible problems for evolutionists, where most creationists do believe that humans lived with dinosaurs at one time. Those that believe in the biblical account of creation and the flood actually can see a reference to dinosaurs in the book of Job, and those are in chapters 40 and 41. It seems that nothing could go more wrong for the theory of evolution than what has already transpired. But the truth is that new findings are unearthed almost monthly that show evolution is impossible. If you go back and compare all of the bullet points for the theory of evolution and then for creationism and a worldwide flood, the scientific evidence has agreed 100% with the latter, that is creationism. All of those requirements for the theory of evolution have failed according to science. To date, there is absolutely no reason scientifically to believe that the fossils are millions of years old. But long ages must be touted in order for evolution to, quote, have a prayer. If we go by the scientific evidence, these long ages are no longer possible. Now, what exactly should we expect concerning the idea of long ages over the next few decades? Just more of the same. Do not be surprised if teachers, professors, and textbooks continue to proclaim the millions of years for dinosaurs and hundreds of millions of years for primitive life. That is exactly what they have been taught for many decades now. They do believe that the evidence is there to support the idea. The last 4 or 5 decades has been devastating to the theory of evolution. Many scientific discoveries, especially the discovery of DNA and other findings in microbiology, have shown the impossibility of the theory. But these facts are hidden very well from the public. In fact, scientists, teachers, and professors can lose their jobs if they even hint that there is any other possibility other than the theory of evolution. Watch Ben Stein's Expelled to see proof of this. Among these discoveries are numerous fossils that are found, quote, in the wrong place for evolution to be true. It is important to tell students in schools and universities exactly what to expect in their classes, even though scientists have known better for many decades. But if they are aware that the long periods of time that we have been told have been proven to be false, and that other so-called facts that support the theory have been discarded by scientists decades ago, then they will be able to take everything with a grain of salt and will know that evolution is no longer a viable theory in any sense of the word. Long ages being disproved is just one of the many problems with the theory of evolution. To discover numerous other scientific flaws with the theory, go to evosecrets.com and learn what no one could ever tell you at school.